Hi everyone, my name is Zoe Sargent, and I'm here today to tell you about a study my colleagues and I did demonstrating preferences for identity first language in the autism community. It's important to understand this community's language preferences because it can help us avoid using language that further contributes to the marginalization of and discrimination against autistic individuals. Prior research has generally focused on identity-first language versus person-first language and found that autistic individuals prefer identity-first language. These studies were done in Australia and the UK, so we were interested in seeing whether the same pattern held true in North America. So we conducted a large-scale study in North America with 611 autistic individuals and 173 people with some other connection to autism, whether that was a family member, a friend, someone they worked with, or another connection. We asked participants about a set of 7 terms which could be grouped into identity-first terms or person-first terms. First, we asked participants, which of these terms would you use? Overall, more participants said they would use an identity-first term than a person-first term. This was especially the case in the autistic group, where the difference between identity-first and person-first was greater than in the non-autistic group. Binary logistic regressions confirmed the main effect of type of term as well as the term-group interaction here. This next graph is showing how participants ranked terms, from the ones they liked the most to the ones they liked the least. Rankings are from 1 to 10 because we included a few terms that don't quite fall in the identity-first, person-first binary. So the colors show how many people listed a term in their top 5 rankings or bottom 5 rankings, and the darkest colors correspond to the highest or lowest rankings. An overall test and then pairwise comparisons showed that autistic was the highest ranked term, followed by autistic person, and then followed by all of the person-first terms. This general pattern was the same among both autistic and non-autistic respondents. Similar to this graph here, we've found a similar pattern when we asked participants to rate how much they liked terms on a scale of 1 to 7. In this graph, higher ratings indicate higher liking. The average rating for identity-first terms was higher than for person-first terms, and again, this difference was greater for the autistic group than the non-autistic group. This final graph shows participants' responses when we asked them to rate on a scale of 1 to 5 how offensive these terms were. Here, higher ratings indicate more offensiveness. Surprisingly, autistic participants, but not non-autistic participants, said that identity-first terms were more offensive than person-first terms. So overall, we found that participants said that they would use identity-first terms more than person-first terms, ranked identity-first terms more highly, and liked identity-first terms better. We plan to continue analyses with open-ended qualitative data to better understand why some participants liked identity-first terms, but also said these terms were more offensive. Additionally, we plan to continue analyses regarding some other terms that don't quite fall into the identity-first or person-first groupings. But overall, these data show that the autistic community prefers identity-first language, and so these terms should be used in widespread communication about autism. With that, I'd like to thank you for listening to this presentation, and of course extend our thanks to all of the participants who participated in this study and members of the Jaswell Lab who helped with the study creation and dissemination. Thank you.